sometimes it seems really endless. And a person shared a verse with me. When I first came to Hartford, I went through some really kind of lonely times. The superintendent has said, I have to tell you, there's nothing to do in Hartford but drink, bowl, or get married. Well, I had never bowled. I've never had a drop to drink in my life. And there were 3 single guys on our staff. And I hated them all. And I was really sad. I thought, this is going to be really awful. And I just really didn't care to live. But I thought, no, I wouldn't want to hurt my family or anything like that. And it seemed like a long time. And God can use those times to help us appreciate things. But sometimes it does seem endless. So my sister sent a verse to me at that time that I still have on a bulletin board. It said, weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. And that's verse 35. Psalm 30, verse 5. And it's really so true. But sometimes that night can seem really long when you're in the middle of it. But joy does come in the morning. And I can remember my mom saying, there will be happy times again. And there have been. And so if you know anybody that's going through a tough time, just to, assure them that even though it seems long and night seems long, and that winter can seem long, that it is not everything. That God has a plan and He will really bless people that trust Him through it. So this song I just think is so neat. I shared it with a couple of people on verse 2, especially when it says, when I'm alone. I shared it with a lady that lived to be 100, and when you're 100, a lot of your friends are gone. And so it can be lonely, and it can be sad for them. And so just to remember that, Psalm 46:1, God is our refuge and strength, a very help in trouble. And I think back on that year, and I'm surprised at the people that invited me to their house for dinner. And Carolyn Swenson is one. Some of you might know Carolyn Swenson, but she's at the funeral. And Rick Lazowski came over and said, I'm a little Carolyn Swenson. And he said, oh, wow. I had her little girls at school, and she invited me to her house for dinner. Sundays were awful days when you're single and you're in a new town, because it's a family day, and you're used to being with family and friends. And it was a lonely day. And so God provided just several people that invited me to their home for dinner. And I thought, why are they inviting me? Well, I think, it was God just providing, some place to be on Sunday. So I think about music too. And probably that soldiers often would sing. My mom met Dad. She was at the University of Columbia in Missouri. And Dad was stationed there from Wisconsin. And she said it was so much fun because all these guys, all these soldiers that were going to go overseas, and they would sing, and they'd have the Army guys go by the Navy, and they'd sing. So music can bolster people's spirits, and it can make them courageous when they're not. And we think of music soothing children to sleep, like David, soothing King Saul. So music is a powerful thing. It can make lots of joy. It can speak to us in sadness. So I hope you enjoy this song like I have. We just all need to remember that God is with us, and that verse in Matthew 28:20, it says, I am with you always to the end of the age, and to the end of our life. There was a lady, I went with some people for a while that were going to nursing homes, and there was an older lady, she said, I just don't know why I'm here anymore. And God is with those people to the very, very end. So anyway, I am going to sing it, and I'd like you to follow the words, and then I'd like you to sing it, and then take a copy home, because I think it's just a really special song. I have to admit, I play piano, but I have never, I didn't know that this is going to be happening for sure until Tuesday night or Wednesday night. And so I thought, well, I'll just play it myself. But I've done hundreds of solos in music college and voice scholarship. I have never played for myself before. I've played for my kids, but never for myself. So you are the first. But I hope you like it. And then I'll ask you to join me. But I'll do it. If you follow those words along, so you kind of get the knowledge. That's what we do with kids, I'd sing it first, and then I'd say piano to